Aloha, listener. Ready to trade in those winter blues for some Hawaiian sunshine?
Sounds pretty good to me.
We're taking a deep dive into Honolulu today, going way beyond those typical tourist guides.
Thanks, Flem.
You want your trip to be epic, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we've got articles and insider tips to help you discover the real Honolulu.
You know, it's interesting you say that.
Mm-hmm.
People often have this, preconceived notion of Honolulu, it's just beaches and resorts.
Yeah,
But the sources we have paint a much richer picture.
I was going to say.
It's a blend of natural beauty, history, and this vibrant culture.
Exactly. And our sources highlight some must-do activities that really capture that mix.
Like what?
We're talking about things like hiking up Diamond Head, the Pearl Harbor memorials, and even learning to surf in Waikiki,
Wow.
the birthplace of surfing.
Okay, let's start with Diamond Head.
Okay,
So this extinct volcano crater
right?
offers these stunning 360-degree views of the island.
I bet.
It's a popular hike, and for good reason. But, the article mentions this great tip:
What's that?
hiking early in the morning
Oh, yeah.
to beat the heat and crowds.
Smart move.
Yeah.
I can already imagine myself up there feeling that cool morning breeze.
Yeah,
And capturing some incredible panoramic shots.
definitely.
But let's be honest, the thought of learning to surf in Waikiki
Oh, yeah,
is pretty tempting too.
for sure.
What could be cooler than learning to ride the waves right where the sport originated?
It's certainly a unique experience. Waikiki's known for its long, rolling waves, which are ideal for beginners.
Awesome.
And plus, there are plenty of surf schools right on the beach,
Perfect.
ready to teach you the ropes.
But there's another side to this that we need to acknowledge.
definitely, yeah.
You're talking about the safety aspect, right?
No.
I noticed that one article mentioned visitors accounting for almost half of the state's water-related injuries.
Exactly.
Whoa.
While surfing is an incredible experience, it's important to remember that the ocean demands respect.
Right.
Always heed safety advice.
Yeah.
Choose reputable surf schools.
Yeah.
And be mindful of local surfers.
Great advice.
Speaking of powerful experiences,
Yeah.
we can't overlook the historical significance of Pearl Harbor.
Right.
Visiting the memorials is a moving experience, offering a glimpse into a pivotal moment in history.
And what's particularly impactful is that many tours are led by descendants of those who lived through the attack,
Oh, wow.
adding a deeply personal layer to the experience.
Wow.
But to round out this initial exploration of Honolulu,
Yeah.
we should talk about Liatis.
Valueus.
Yeah,
It's more than just a feast or a show.
right.
It's a total sensory and cultural immersion.
I can imagine.
Think traditional dishes,
Okay.
lively music,
Yeah,
and maybe even learning a few hula moves.
right.
It's a fantastic way to experience the true spirit of aloha.
All right, so we've covered some of the big hitters.
Yeah.
The must-dos that often come to mind when people think about Honolulu.
Right.
But our sources also point to some less obvious, equally amazing experiences.
Interesting.
Let's move beyond the typical tourist trail, shall we?
Absolutely.
Okay.
For anyone who loves food,
Yeah,
and who doesn't,
right.
the Hawaii Food and Wine Festival is an event that shouldn't be missed.
This caught my eye, too.
Oh, yeah?
It's not just any food festival. It's a
Uh-huh.
celebration of Hawaii's unique culinary heritage.
Uh-huh.
This incredible blend of Polynesian, Asian, and American influences.
Wow. Yeah. And with celebrity chefs.
I know.
Opportunities to taste local artisanal products.
Mm-hmm.
And the chance to really delve into the heart of Hawaiian cuisine.
Sounds amazing.
It's a foodie paradise.
Totally.
Plus, 2025 marks the festival's 15th anniversary,
Oh, wow.
making it even more special.
I bet.
Tickets are bound to sell out fast.
So, listener, if you're even remotely interested in exploring the culinary scene, mark this on your calendar and book those tickets early.
Do it.
Now for a change of pace.
Okay.
Let's talk about the Honolulu Museum of Art.
Right.
It's a nice option if you need a break from the outdoors
Mm.
or if you're an art enthusiast.
Right.
The museum boasts a diverse collection, from ancient sculptures to iconic pieces like the Great Wave off Kanagawa.
Oh, cool.
But what struck me was the museum's vibrant atmosphere.
Oh, really?
They host events and workshops featuring everything from DJs to traditional Hawaiian musicians.
It's a really cool twist.
It makes the art experience more dynamic and engaging.
I bet.
It's not just about observing the art.
Yeah.
It's about feeling the energy and the culture surrounding it.
I like that.
So we've touched on some well-known attractions and a few less obvious gems.
Right.
But what about those truly hidden gems and local experiences?
Oh, like...
The kind of things that really give you a feel for the essence of Honolulu.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
There are a few that stand out in the sources we have. The Foster Botanical Garden, for instance, is described as this tranquil escape, an oasis of beautiful trees and flowers, perfect for a peaceful morning stroll.
A 14-acre botanical garden right in the heart of Honolulu. That's amazing.
Right.
And it's not just about pretty flowers.
Yeah.
There's also a fascinating historical element.
Tell me more.
The garden was founded in 1853.
Wow.
And even houses the Kuan Yin Temple,
Interesting.
adding a layer of cultural intrigue.
I like it.
Speaking of cultural intrigue,
Yeah.
we can't forget Ailani Palace,
Right.
the former seat of the Hawaiian monarchy. It's a unique opportunity to step back in time and explore Hawaii's royal past.
Cool.
And of course, any conversation about Honolulu would be incomplete without mentioning the food.
The food. Yeah.
But instead of just saying, try the local cuisine,
Right.
our sources offer some really specific, insightful recommendations.
Oh, good.
They suggest exploring Chinatown for a taste of Chinese Hawaiian cuisine, visiting Da'ono Hawaiian food for authentic local dishes,
Awesome.
and let's not forget poke,
Yeah.
a Hawaiian staple that's taken the world by storm.
So good.
Imagine fresh succulent tuna, tossed in flavorful sauces,
Yeah.
served over a bed of fluffy rice.
Oh, so good.
It's a culinary delight
Yes.
that should be at the top of your food list.
Agreed.
Okay.
All right.
We've explored quite a bit of Honolulu.
We have.
But remember, this is just the beginning of your Hawaiian adventure.
Right.
The island of Oahu has so much more to offer beyond the city limits.
Oh, I bet.
Let's expand our horizons and venture beyond Honolulu, shall we?
Let's do it.
Picture this.
Okay.
You're behind the wheel, cruising along a scenic coastal road.
Okay, I'm there.
On one side, you've got lush pineapple and sugarcane fields,
Oh,
stretching as far as the eye can see.
beautiful.
On the other, the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean,
Nice.
with breathtaking views that seem to go on forever.
That sounds incredible.
I know, right?
This road trip, particularly driving north from Honolulu, seems like the perfect way to experience the island's diverse landscapes.
Totally.
And the North Shore, known for its legendary big wave surfing.
Right. Wait.
Sounds like an exhilarating stop for any adventure enthusiast.
Now, for those who prefer to experience Oahu's natural beauty from a different perspective,
Okay.
how about an island cruise?
I like it.
Imagine gliding along the coastline.
Yeah.
The volcanic landscape rising majestically in the background.
Nice.
Maybe even spotting some dolphins or whales along the way.
What I find particularly interesting is the variety of cruise options available.
Really?
You can choose from sunrise or sunset cruises
Ooh.
to soak in the golden hour magic,
I love that.
or even cruises to other islands
Wow.
for those seeking a multi-island adventure.
That's so cool.
It's a fantastic way to tailor the experience to your own preferences and sense of adventure.
And for those seeking a blend of relaxation and cultural immersion,
Yeah.
there's one resort that really stands out.
What's that?
The Waikiki Beach Marriott Resort and Spa.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
It's not just your typical luxury resort.
Right.
What sets it apart is the opportunity to volunteer with local communities,
Oh, wow.
allowing you to connect with the island in a truly meaningful way.
I love that.
It's a great example of how travel can be about more than just sightseeing.
Yeah.
It can be about giving back and making a positive impact.
Absolutely.
And of course, Waikiki Beach is lined with countless other resorts,
It is.
each offering its own unique amenities and experiences.
Yeah.
Pools, beach access, organized activities. There's a resort for every taste and budget,
For sure.
ensuring a comfortable and enjoyable stay.
I like it. We've talked about road tripping around Oahu,
Yeah.
but there's one spot in particular that caught my eye. It's called Ahupua o Kahana State Park.
Ah, yes. This one really embodies that sense of getting away from it all.
Yeah.
It's on the North Shore, away from the city buzz,
Right.
and it's described as this lush, almost untouched tropical forest
Wow.
with well-maintained trails perfect for hiking.
It sounds like the ideal place to reconnect with nature
Definitely.
and soak in the serenity of the island.
Okay.
Time for a reality check.
Oh,
We've thrown out a lot of amazing experiences,
they have.
but we know Hawaii can be a pricey destination.
You're right. It's a valid concern.
Yeah.
While we haven't found detailed budget breakdowns
Yeah.
in our sources, there is one suggestion for a more affordable stay.
Oh, really?
The Waikiki Malia,
Okay.
It's worth looking into, and I'm sure with a bit of digging,
Yeah,
you can find other budget-friendly options too.
I'm all about finding those hidden travel gems that don't break the bank.
Absolutely.
But let's get practical for a moment.
Okay.
How about transportation?
Yeah.
How do people typically get around Honolulu and Oahu?
Renting a car is highlighted as a fantastic way to explore the island at your own pace,
Right.
especially for those scenic drives we were just talking about.
Right.
However,
Oh.
it is worth noting that traffic in Honolulu can be quite heavy,
Oh, no.
especially during peak hours.
So maybe factor in some extra time
Yes.
if you're planning to drive around Honolulu.
Yes.
Especially during those rush hours.
Exactly.
Okay.
But for getting around the city itself,
Yeah.
the public transportation system,
Okay.
particularly the bus system,
Mm-hmm.
is a reliable and affordable option.
Awesome.
And of course, for shorter distances,
Yeah.
walking or biking can be a fantastic way
Oh, for sure.
to really soak in the atmosphere and discover those hidden gems we were talking about earlier.
This might sound like a silly question,
Mhm.
but what's the overall vibe like in Honolulu?
Yeah.
Is it as laid back and welcoming as it's often portrayed?
From what I'm gathering from these articles and travel blogs,
Yeah.
Honolulu has this unique blend
Okay.
of laid-back island vibes
I like it.
and cosmopolitan energy.
Okay, cool.
The people are known for their warmth and hospitality,
Awesome.
embracing the spirit of aloha.
Oh, that's reassuring.
Yeah.
It's always nice to know you're heading to a place where you'll feel welcome and relaxed,
For sure.
not stressed or out of place.
Exactly. But of course, it's always wise to be travel savvy wherever you go.
You're talking about safety, Reed.
Uh-huh.
What should our listener be aware of
Yeah.
in terms of staying safe in Honolulu and Oahu?
While Hawaii is generally considered a safe destination,
Yeah.
it's essential to exercise common sense and take precautions, just as you would in any other city.
Right.
Being aware of your surroundings, especially at night,
Mm-hmm.
and avoiding isolated areas is always a good idea.
Makes sense.
And what about water safety?
Right.
We've already touched on the fact that a significant number of water-related injuries involve visitors.
Exactly.
Any specific tips or precautions you can offer?
Hmm.
Always swim in designated areas.
Okay.
Pay close attention to lifeguard warnings.
Yeah.
And never underestimate the power of the ocean. Even experienced swimmers can be caught off guard by strong currents or unexpected waves.
So, listener, if you're planning to enjoy those beautiful beaches and water activities,
Yeah.
always prioritize safety first.
And remember, if you're ever unsure about anything,
Yeah.
don't hesitate to ask locals or consult with lifeguards.
Great advice.
They're the best resources for ensuring a safe and enjoyable experience.
We've covered a lot of practical information,
We have.
but I want to circle back to the cultural aspect for a
Oh,
moment.
yeah, sure.
It's such an important part of the travel experience, isn't it?
Oh, definitely.
What are some ways our listener can respectfully engage with the local culture and customs?
Learning a few basic Hawaiian phrases
Oh, like what?
like aloha and mahalo
Let those.
is a great way to show respect and connect with the local people.
Right.
It's a small gesture that can go a long way.
I love that.
Yeah.
It shows that you're making an effort to embrace their culture.
Exactly.
Are there any other cultural sensitivities we should be aware of?
Being mindful of customs, like removing your shoes
Okay.
before entering someone's home or a sacred site, is important.
Got it.
And remember, respecting the natural environment is paramount in Hawaiian culture.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
It's about being a responsible and respectful visitor, appreciating the beauty and traditions of the islands.
Right. It's not just about ticking off attractions.
Right.
It's about connecting with the heart and soul of the place.
Exactly.
It's about immersing yourself in the experience
Yeah.
while being mindful of the impact you have
Right.
on the local community and environment.
You know, as we've been talking about all this,
Yeah.
there are a few things that piqued my curiosity.
Oh, really?
Things our sources didn't delve into,
Okay.
but that I think would be worth exploring.
I'm intrigued. What are you thinking?
Well, for one, I'm curious about the nightlife scene in Honolulu.
The nightlife.
One article mentioned it briefly, saying Honolulu has fun nightlife,
Right.
but it didn't go into specifics.
That's a great point.
It would be helpful to know what kind of nightlife options are available. Are we
Yeah.
talking about lively bars and clubs,
Mm.
or more laid-back lounges and live music venues?
Right. What's the vibe like?
Exactly.
And while we
Yeah.
talked about traditional Hawaiian cuisine,
Yeah.
I'd love to know more about the modern culinary scene in Honolulu.
Okay.
Are there any innovative restaurants
Hmm.
or up-and-coming chefs we should have on our radar?
I love exploring the evolution of culinary traditions.
Yeah,
It would be fascinating to see how Honolulu's food scene reflects the city's unique cultural mix.
for sure.
And finally,
Yeah.
we briefly touched on volunteer opportunities
Right.
at the Waikiki Beach Marriott Resort and Spa,
Uh-huh.
but I'd love to hear about other ways to give back to the local community while visiting.
It's such an important aspect of responsible tourism,
I think so too.
finding ways to contribute positively to the places we visit.
Absolutely.
It adds a layer of purpose and meaning to your travels.
So listener, as you finalize your Honolulu itinerary. Yeah.
Consider these additional aspects.
Okay.
Nightlife, modern cuisine,
Yeah.
and opportunities for responsible tourism.
I like it.
They'll add depth and meaning to your already incredible experience.
It's all about crafting a travel experience that truly reflects your personal interests and values.
Absolutely.
Ah.
All right, listener, are you ready for a final thought before we wrap up our deep dive into Honolulu?
Let me think.
Okay.
I think the most important thing to remember is that while we've offered a ton of suggestions and insights, the best Honolulu experience is one that's tailored to you.
So it's not just about following a preset itinerary,
Right?
but about discovering what sparks your own passion.
Exactly. Think about doing some research on cultural events or festivals happening during your trip. Maybe there's a local music festival, an art exhibition showcasing Hawaiian artists, or even a traditional craft workshop you could participate in.
Those are some fantastic ideas. It's about adding those personalized touches that make your trip truly unique. Imagine stumbling upon a hidden local market,
Oh, wow.
connecting with artisans, or witnessing a cultural performance that wasn't even on your radar.
Right.
Those unexpected discoveries often become the most cherished travel memories.
I couldn't agree more. It's those spontaneous moments that make travel so rewarding.
For sure.
All right, listener, I think it's time to start packing those bags. Honolulu awaits.
And remember, the spirit of aloha is all about embracing the journey, connecting with the people and the place, and creating memories that will last a lifetime.
Mahalo for joining us on this deep dive. We'll catch you on our next adventure.